Renewal. This is Reshma from Essentially Reshma. What am I called? Essentially Reshma Rose. In cold London at the moment on New Year's Day. Happy New Year, everybody. And I'm making this video on behalf of Poonam Shah, who has asked me to make this video about the 30-day renewal. Now, the reason we're talking about this now is because we are about to start the weight loss challenge that is starting mid-January 2019, that a good amount of women are taking part on online. So if you do want to take part, then let myself or Poonam know. And the main blend we're going to be using during this challenge of dropping the Christmas weight, or in my case, the weight that you had before Christmas and just accumulated extra over Christmas, then yes, so do take part. That's going to be very supported and over a nice amount of time, like a good 12 weeks. So it's not going to be a rushy thing. It's going to be nice and steady. So the reason that I'm talking about the 30-day renewal is because I actually did go on the 30-day renewal plan, which is by doTERRA, or using the doTERRA supplements and oils. And I did notice results, and this is what I'm going to talk about. So about 2 years ago, I was getting married. And I was actually not a terrible weight, actually, to be honest, but I just wanted to, I was going through a detox anyway, and I wanted to just get fitter and healthier. So that's why I originally took the 30-day challenge, and renewal, I should say, the 30-day renewal. And by the way, this is similar to the cleanse and restore. I know that there's a couple of different sort of plans out there. I'll just show you the image of what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can sort of see that. Whoop, whoop. There we go. So it will look something like that, and we will probably be posting, you know, a picture of that chart there for you to see. But so we're all as a group going to be using mostly Slim and Sassy, but in addition to that, anyone who's got the Lifelong Vitality Pack and wants to go through the detox process at the same time and just get fitter and healthier in general and really support from the inside, the weight loss, then this is something that's really good to kind of have going on in the background, along with whatever else you want to do to really push for a healthier weight and healthier lifestyle, and etc, etc. So what did it do for me? So basically what it is it's actually, you are taking some supplements with some oils. So these will include over 30 days, you've got your probiotics, your GX Assist and your PB Assist, which obviously works a lot with the gut. And then you've got your TerraZyme, which is to do with breaking down foods into a more sort of soluble format, where it becomes quite liquidy and it's easily digested, and it just helps the whole digestive tract to just, you know, work, and absorption of nutrition, and that's part of the 30-day renewal. And I did definitely notice the difference when I got to that point, to the TerraZyme. You've got your Zendocrine, which is a real detoxification sort of blend. So you're detoxing at the same time, getting rid of all the crap. And then you've got also your Slim and Sassy, which, yes, we will be using the blend at the same time over those few, you know, couple of months or whatever. But if anyone does want to go on the 30-day renewal, then they will also be using the Slim and Sassy tablets. Okay, so there's like soft gels, basically. They're soft gels, and to be honest, this is kind of like, you know, you can either do it full on as it is exactly there on the chart, or you can kind of, you know, just do a bit of it, or, you know, do what you want, really. I mean, I'm not going to say, you know, do one or the other, but what I did was I did the whole thing as it is on the chart. What were the results? Well, basically, energy levels really great. Just felt good. Just detoxed loads. The weight loss, let's have a think. So the weight loss, I wouldn't say that I just suddenly dropped loads of weight in one go, because I did it. I actually, sneakily, I didn't do it over 30 days. I actually did it over 60 days, and the reason is just because I didn't have like you know, a deadline or something like that where I just said, you know, I want to have it finished by that day. I just wanted to gently introduce my body into the supplements and take my time. And so I did end up using everything in sequence as we're suggested to, but just over 2 months instead of, you know, over the 1 month. So if you look here at the chart, what we're looking at here is that somebody would be using the GX Assist first, which is this one. For the 10 days. Oh no, hang on, what am I talking about? Sorry, it starts here. So we're looking at the way it first starts. So we're talking about the Terrazyme and the Zendocrine. We'd be starting that first with the Slim and Sassy soft gels. Then what we'd be doing is the next bit would be this, which is the Zendocrine. We'd be taking Zendocrine after about 10 days. We'd start our Zendocrine. And then then we'd also be taking the GX Assist at the same time as the Zendocrine. But then we'd stop the GX Assist, and we'd start up on the PB Assist. And that's because these two sort of work in sequence. So we're not really meant to be taking them both at the same time. They work in sequence. So the chart does look a little bit confusing, but once you've kind of had a little look at it, it's not too bad. It's basically you start at the beginning, and then you start that one after 10 days, and that one. And then after another 10 days, you stop that and you start that one. Okay, so people have you know, drawn up these charts. So I can't get my thing back up now. So people have drawn up these charts in different ways. So some of the ways they've drawn them up are a little bit more understandable, but I've just got that one up on my screen, so that's why I showed that one. So yeah, I'd say I did definitely feel like I was getting more toned, more detoxified, because along with you know, doing the 30-day renewal, I was generally eating cleaner. I mean, at the end of the day, there's no point doing it if you're planning to eat junk throughout the whole thing. So yeah, I was eating cleaner. I was just feeling really good. And what it did was it created the groundwork. I feel like what it did was create the groundwork for me to you know, lose weight in general. Like, so that whenever I exercised, I was being supported with that from the inside. It wasn't just one thing, there was a couple of things. And it was actually the very last bit. So when I got through the whole 30-day renewal, then at the very end, I actually dropped the carbs out of my diet. And that, I'd say that was where I actually found I rapidly started to lose weight as soon as I started to drop the carbs. But I didn't feel like it was something that was a shock to the system. And that's what I was talking about in the beginning, because I had been so gentle in bringing myself into the detoxification that it wasn't just you know, a shock to my body. What I would say about that though is whatever your eating plans and things are for these 12 weeks, just be prepared. So that was one of the biggest things that I found was hard, is that if I hadn't prepared by buying the right foods that were going to be in my fridge, and so that whenever I felt hungry, I had something, you know, that was easy to make or was already made, and you know, that so that when I went out, then I wasn't forced to buy food outside, because, you know, as you know, it's not always the healthiest. So I always had something prepared that I could bring with me. So a little bit of work, but at the end of the day, you know, like if I do something, I want to do it properly, and I'm sure you do too, and just really go for it and make the most of that time. So it's going to be a really supported group, and I'm taking part, Poonam's taking part, and some of my good friends are, and some other people from Poonam's team. And I hope this has been helpful, and looking forward to seeing some of you on the weight loss page, which you can still join, by the way, if you are interested. And the only requirement, by the way, is Slim and Sassy, which is the essential oil blend for, well, as it's called Slim and Sassy, so you can pretty much guess what it's for. Yeah, but like we said, you know, if you want to take part in any of the other sort of renewal plans, etc., and all the other oils, there's another oil list that you can have a look at and see if you've got those, or if you want to get those in, then try to get them in soon, because it's starting mid-January, which is coming soon. I think that's about it, guys. So yeah, I'll see you on Facebook on the page, and good luck everybody, and yeah, happy new year. See you later. Bye.